In business studies, today we are going to discuss topic number 4b, 4c and 4d in chapter number 6. Topic number 4b, 4c and 4d. Topic number 4b is concerned with causes of pollution. That means why pollution occurs, why do pollution occurs. The main causes of environmental pollution are as follow. That means there are the three types of pollution, and for these three types of pollution there are different types of reason. The reasons are more or less similar for every kind of pollution. Number one is air pollution. Harmful gases from automobiles, that means cars, motorcycles, bikes, scooters, etc. Harmful gases are released, and chemicals from manufacturing plants. That means many manufacturing plants, many manufacturing industries release chemicals, and due to these harmful gases and harmful chemicals, the quality of air is reduced. This has resulted in ozone depletion, which means a hole in the ozone layer, leading to climatic changes. This is known as air pollution. So first reason of environment pollution is air pollution. Then second is water pollution. This is occurring due to dumping of toxic elements, waste and chemicals into rivers, streams, lakes and other water bodies. This has made them poisonous. That means whenever there are some toxic elements thrown into rivers, streams, lakes, when wastes are thrown into such water bodies, and when the harmful chemicals are thrown into such water bodies, then the water becomes poisonous. It leads to death of several animals and threat to human life. That means when the animals drink this water from these water bodies, then the death occurs, and this is also threatening human life. So this is water pollution. This is the second reason for environment pollution, water pollution. And third reason is land pollution, and this is occurring due to dumping of toxic elements on land. That means whenever on land we throw some toxic elements, then the throwing of such toxic element leads to reduction in the quality of land, making it unfit for cultivation and plantation. That means land becomes unfit, not fit for cultivation and plantation. This is called land pollution. So for environment pollution there are three reasons: land pollution, water pollution and air pollution, water pollution and land pollution. Due to these three pollution, environment is polluted. So these are the causes of environmental pollution. Then topic number 4c is need for pollution control. Why do we need to control pollution? What is the need for control of pollution? The main reason for pollution control are as follow. That means for these reasons we need to control the pollution, environmental pollution. These are the 5 reasons. Number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Number 1, reduction in health hazards. Many diseases like cancers, heart attacks, etc. are caused by pollution. That means due to pollution, public face many diseases. Cancer is one example, heart attack is other example, then breathing problem is other example. So many diseases are occurring due to pollution. So pollution control is needed to have a healthy life and better quality of life. If you want to have a healthy life, if you want to enjoy better quality of life, then pollution must be controlled. After controlling pollution, the health hazards will be reduced. So pollution control leads to reduction in health hazards. Then second point, reduce risk of liability. Sometimes business may be held liable to pay compensation to those who are affected by harmful gases and chemicals released by it into environment. We see that sometimes due to leakage of gas or due to some other harmful chemicals, some persons are getting affected, and business enterprises which are releasing such chemicals and harmful gases, they are ordered by court to pay compensation to such persons. So it can be reduced or minimized by controlling the pollution. That means when the business controls the pollution, then the people may not be affected, and when the people are not affected, then the business will not be held liable to pay compensation to such persons. So there is reduction in the risk of liability if the pollution is controlled. Then third point is cost saving. Cost of operating business can be saved by saving cost of waste disposal and cost of cleaning plants. Whenever there is pollution, then the business need to dispose the waste. There will be some provision for disposal of waste, and there must be some provision for cleaning of plants. For cleaning of plants and for disposal of waste, there is huge cost. But if the environment is not polluted, then there is no need of such disposal and such cleaning of plants. So the cost which is going to be incurred on waste disposal and cleaning of plants, that can be reduced. So there is chance of cost saving when the pollution is controlled. Fourth point is improved public image. Due to more and more conscious society, the business can improve its image by adopting pollution control measures to show that it is environmental friendly. That means at present the society has become more and more conscious, okay, and the business should show that it is environmental friendly, and this can only be shown by taking some pollution control measure. So when the business takes pollution control measures to show that the business is environmentally friendly, then it improves the public image. That means the goodwill of the business improves in the mind of public. So there is chance of improvement in the public image when there is pollution control. Last one, other social benefits. When pollution is controlled, then this results in many other benefits like clearer visibility. That means everything becomes clear. Due to pollution, we cannot see many things in the sky, or we cannot see to a distant place. But whenever there is no pollution, particularly the air pollution, then we can see to a long distance, and visibility will also be very clear. So clearer visibility is possible due to non-pollution. Then cleaner buildings and cleaner roads and streets. That means when pollution is not there, then buildings are clean, roads are clean, streets are clean, everywhere there is cleanliness. So clearer visibility, cleaner building, etc. is possible due to pollution control. And one more thing, better quality of life is also possible when the environmental pollution is controlled. And last one, availability of natural product in the purer form. Due to non-pollution, whatever we get from the nature, we get them in the purer form, that means pure form. They are not in impure form. So these are some benefits, or you may say reasons why do we need to control the pollution. These are the 5 points. Now the last topic is topic number 4D, that is role of business in environmental protection. That means here we have to discuss what is the role, what is the function of business in environmental protection. So every business is socially and morally responsible to adopt effective measures to check all sorts of pollution and to protect environment. That means it is the social and moral duty of every business to take effective measures so that pollution can be controlled and environment can be protected. For this purpose, following are some steps that can be taken by the business firm for environmental protection. That means there are total 7 points or 7 steps or 7 measures that can be taken by the business enterprises for control of environmental pollution. Number 1 of them is, first is, top management should be committed to create, develop and maintain work culture for environmental protection. That means it is the first duty of top management. Top management means managing director, secretary, chairman. They should be committed to create, develop and maintain. That means they should create, they should develop and they should maintain the work culture for environmental protection. When this work culture is developed and maintained and created by the top management, then everybody has to work under that work culture and environmental protection is possible. Second thing is, such commitment should be communicated to all employees of all divisions and all departments at all levels. That means the commitment of the top management are to be communicated, are to be informed to all types of employees of all divisions and all departments, like sales department, purchase department, cash department, factory department, production department, etc. at all levels. Level means top management, middle management, lower management. So commitment should be communicated, they should be informed. Then third, policies should be formulated and programs should be developed for treatment and disposal of waste and harmful substances. That means business should frame policies, make policies, and business should formulate programs, develop programs for treatment of disposal of waste, how to dispose the waste and how to dispose the harmful substances. So there must be some policies, there must be some program which must be developed by the business enterprises. Then fourth, the rules and regulations of government for pollution control and environment protection should be given due respect and followed. That means business should not ignore the rules and regulations which are made by the government for pollution control and environmental protection. That means business should give due respect to these rules and regulations, and business also has to follow such rules and regulations which are meant for pollution control and environmental protection, which are made by the government. Then 5 number point, business should participate in government programs of environmental protection such as cleaning of rivers, lakes, drains, etc., and plantation of trees. That means from time to time government introduces programs for environmental protection such as cleaning of rivers. Sometimes the government makes program for cleaning a particular river. Sometimes lakes are cleared, sometimes drains are cleared. So business should participate in these activities of the government. And the most important is plantation of trees. Government also takes step to plant new trees. So business should also involve itself, participate in this program of plantation of trees. Then number 6 is there should be arrangement of educational workshops and training materials for workers, suppliers, customers, etc. for pollution control. That means business should provide educational workshop. The business should give training materials to whom? To its workers, to its suppliers, and to customers for pollution control, so that the workers, suppliers, and customers can use such materials and such training, such workshop educations to control the environmental pollution. And the last point is there should be periodical appraisal of pollution control programs in terms of cost and benefit analysis to see the progress of the program. That means there must be checking from time to time, there must be evaluation from time to time, that is called periodical appraisal, periodical assessment of programs which are meant for pollution control. And this appraisal, this evaluation is to be made in terms of cost and benefit. That means whether the cost incurred for such programs is giving the benefit to that extent or not, or whether the benefits given by such programs is less than the cost incurred, or cost are more than the benefit. So that is to be analyzed, and this will help in checking whether the programs are progressing or not, whether we should progress program, whether we should follow in future the same program or not. Okay, thank you.